And make sure that you guys are 200% sure.
200%.
What is going on?
Why do you say? Why do you?
It's a cop out.
Usually people say 110%, or like if they want to overexert the 100% thing, but 200%, like yeah, no. In this story, he made it feel low.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Slappable, the show where we comb the internet for stories and decide if anyone has done something slappable. My name is Freidberg, and I'll be your host. Today I am joined by Christopher Mays and Erin Carrie. How about you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Erin Carrie. I'm an actress, film producer, mogul, fashionista, and the next Golden Girl of Hollywood. And, it feels great to be on top of the throne on the podcast. Thank you for having me, and it's a great honor.
And Chris?
And I'm Christopher Mays. I'm an up-and-coming DJ, director, writer. Catch me on that next film. Also known as Patrick Mahomes. Might have caught me on the Super Bowl. Wink, wink.
Lost terribly.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. I'm thoroughly confused, but now I'm ready to start the show. How about you guys?
Let's do it, man.
I'm ready.
All right. Here's our first story. Am I the asshole for not going to my boyfriend's granddad's funeral because my boyfriend didn't wear underwear?
What?
What?
Yeah. Do you need it repeated, or are you just trying to process it?
There's a lot to unpack from that one question alone.
Yeah.
So,
But where is he underwearless? Where, at the funeral specific? I guess we'll get into it.
Oh, I think you're onto something there.
I don't know what that is, but go ahead, man.
All right. My 23 female, boyfriend, 27 male, of 4 years, doesn't wear underwear ever and hasn't since he was a kid. He doesn't even own any underwear. He thinks underwear is uncomfortable and restrictive. At the beginning of our relationship, I encouraged him to try different styles and cuts and sizes of underwear, but he was very adamant that it wasn't for him. It hasn't really been an issue in our relationship. I was worried he'd smell bad because of it, but he's actually a pretty clean guy and washes his clothes regularly and stuff. Recently, my boyfriend's granddad died, and my boyfriend was obviously distraught. I was very supportive, but on the day of the funeral, he got dressed like normal, no underwear, and when I told him I wasn't going unless he wore underwear, he thought I was joking, and told me I was harping about nonsense to a grieving man. He reminded me he didn't have any underwear. We were a 2-minute walk from a Primark? That must be a grocery store or something.
Must be
Must be something.
like a TJ Maxx of wherever they are or something.
Yeah, one of this is the UK or something. They were a 2-minute walk from some kind of store, and I offered to grab some for him. Also, we were staying with his parents and 2 brothers, so he could have borrowed a pair off of them. No, I do not borrow anyone's underwear.
No.
But we'll get back to that one. But I told him it was disrespectful to not wear any underwear to a funeral. He said it was fine because it's his own suit and not a rented suit, so no one will be looking at his crotch, but it made me uncomfortable, so I didn't go. When he got back, he was pissed off at me and gave me the silent treatment. His parents were angry at me too, and told me that it was such an inappropriate thing to think about at his granddad's funeral. In parentheses, they also don't think he doesn't wear underwear, and that I let my boyfriend down when it mattered the most. It's been a week, and I'm back at our place while my boyfriend is still with his parents. I'm feeling a bit guilty about all of this, but am I the asshole? Has this person done anything slappable?
Who, the dude or
anyone
the girl?
involved? Is anyone involved in this story done something slappable, do you think?
First off, if the man doesn't want to wear underwear, the man doesn't want to wear underwear.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's weird, but to each their own.
If you want to go Commando, that's on you.
Yeah, but why does it specifically matter about a funeral? Does she bitch about the other days that he doesn't wear underwear? Why specifically on the day of the funeral?
My question is, why is the guy making it so known to this girl? I mean, they're dating obviously, that he's freeballing it. You know, I would if it was for the funeral, I would hide the fact that I'm not wearing underwear or something. You know, if I'm making it known and I know that she's pissed about it, I wouldn't change in front of her or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? No,
I buy that.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is in a normal day, that's not terrible to like free ball, you know, unless you're like going out. I feel like that's wrong because like you could like see a lot.
I mean, if you're going out in basketball shorts to the gym and you're free balling it, I'm not happy with you.
Yeah, no, or the gym too.
But to
Like
say-
you're sitting on that equipment and
I'm
it's
not
like,
seeing him, I don't care. How about that?
There's a time and a place.
yeah, exactly. Like if it's at home, you're fine, you know. But if it's like somewhere, I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like
But it's not illegal, you know.
okay, but I feel like just in this specific case though, since she knows this man hasn't worn underwear since he was a child, they said. So like why is the day of the funeral such a big deal than the other days when she already knows about it?
Wait, can we go back? Is it the girl's funeral?
No,
Like, is
so
it?
I was just gonna
His.
say I'm a little confused because it's his granddad's funeral.
Yeah.
So I'm personally a little confused on why she's all of a sudden picking this time to be like, I'm putting my foot down. If it was
Yeah.
her granddad and she was like, I don't
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
idea
yeah, I agree.
of you going commando at my grandfather's funeral.
Yeah.
I actually think that she's well within her rights to ask that.
Yeah, why does
But
she give a
it's-
fuck?
Yeah, why does she? Yeah, but she,
It's his.
it's his granddad. Grieve how you want. For all we know, this granddad was also freeballing it. It's a family tradition.
It could be genetic.
It can be
Literally.
genetic. They just don't like underwear.
My big question though is like, was there like a traumatic event that made this guy like say, I'm never wearing underwear ever again? Like what transpired
He just
this
The
like
doesn't like
habit?
it.
the ultimate atomic wedgie.
He was bullied in
Maybe.
like second grade and they just like hung him on
The
a fence.
flagpole him.
I don't know.
Oh, poor kid.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, I mean, depending on what pants you're wearing, you're the only one who's going to be suffering from not wearing underwear. If you're wearing
Yeah.
jeans, only one suffering is you, buddy. We aren't going to be able to see
I
it.
totally agree.
Zipper,
I think it just depends on like what this kid is wearing. You know, like what kind of pants is he? Is he wearing something that's loose? Is he wearing something that's tight? If it's tight, then it's like, okay, man, you got to wear something under there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but if it's loose, like I get it.
But like what's the difference when you wear like loose boxers instead of briefs?
That's true.
it's a solid point.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I just think this is also, why did she decide if this is the time to be like, I'm putting my foot down when he's already grieving? I mean, he's
yeah,
right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's just weird that she chose this time. I think that any other time would have been a better time. Going out to the store, being, hey, babe, throw on a pair of underwear. Fine, and go from there.
Or a fine date they're going on. Like, can you please wear underwear to our date tonight? Like,
Yeah, it's special for both of you. But if this guy is mourning, let him mourn how he wants. And if that means no underwear, that's fine. But back to your point, you were saying something along the lines of, he could just change that in front of her. He doesn't own any underwear. So the solution here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
The solution here-
I feel stupid now.
But it's okay though. I'm like, you feel better.
yeah.
Is that he just needs to buy some decoy underwear.
Okay.
He just needs to have a few pairs in his drawer.
Right.
And then that way his girlfriend's like, oh, he owns underwear. And how funny would it be if before he leaves the door, she's like, turn around, butt check. I can see your butt.
Butt check.
Get upstairs.
Butt check.
Butt check. Yeah, I'm telling you, she's like, won't let him leave the house without checking. But as
Yeah.
long as he has underwear in the house, she's not going to assume. But I would assume he's not wearing underwear if he doesn't own underwear.
Here's what I would do if I was him. Sorry to cut you off, but here's what I would do. So I'll be like, here, you play the girl, I'll play the guy. I'll be
Okay.
like, hey babe,
Hey.
I'm gonna go get changed. You need anything from the bathroom?
No.
Okay, I'll be right back. Grabs underwear. Right? Okay, she thinks I'm wearing underwear. Okay. Get it changed. Come out. All right, babe, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah. But can we have a quickie real quick?
What kind of quickie?
Just real quick. You know
Like
what
a quick
I want.
gas station
Yeah,
trip?
take
or?
your pants off.
She got you.
I don't think I'm in the mood right now, babe. I don't know if I want to do that.
Let me see.
See what?
And that's how you know that he's the robot and you shoot him.
And then I leave the the house.
Women aren't dumb.
But this did not work.
Gosh, that
She got you
didn't
good.
that didn't
There's
work.
not much you can keep
That didn't
from each
work.
other in a relationship.
That didn't work. But what if I don't want? What if like me as the boy doesn't? But the man. What if me as let me rephrase it.
No,
What if me as the man doesn't want to take the pants off to show you that I'm not wearing my underwear? Like I have the right to deny,
I don't know.
right?
But will you deny when she asks you for a quickie?
And then I realized you don't have underwear on when you take your pants off.
I can't win.
You can't. Checkmate.
I can't win. So, I do think though that the woman's actions in this are slappable.
Think so?
I think so, because it's like, let the man be comfortable in his day to day, you know, and especially in a funeral, like he needs to be comfortable as possible grieving over this harsh situation, you know. So just let him be, you know, let him do what he wants, you know.
Yeah, like the woman's actions are slappable because tell the man, complain any other day, but like on the day of the funeral when he's grieving and probably breaking down and everything, like you just don't have to add that on top of his pain.
Yeah.
I wonder if this could be any kind of a religious thing. For all we know, you know, maybe they're going to church, maybe they're going to synagogue. We don't know what their, you know, religion is or what's going on there. But maybe she's like, I refuse to go into any kind of holy place with you where you're going commando. That's something I can.
Okay.
But if she communicates that, that's different.
Yeah.
She didn't communicate that.
Yeah, she didn't.
But if she said, I am not comfortable going to a place of God with you where you're freeballing, I actually could respect that more.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's a weird scenario.
So, sounds like the asshole in this story is going to be the girlfriend, and the girlfriend's actions sound a little bit slappable right now. Sounds like she might need to reevaluate. I don't think they need to break up, necessarily.
I mean, it sounds like it's a deal breaker to her. If
She was fine with it up until now. I
guess.
I mean, I think that they need to. I feel like this isn't a relationship ender unless he really, really hates underwear. You know, have a conversation, just not after his grandfather died.
I don't think like she should be making a big deal out of this. You know, like, yeah, it's just that's just like too much.
I don't think it's a huge deal. I mean, she did say that he smells clean. He stays clean, so it's not a hygienic issue.
As long as that's like the case, and it should be fine. You know, if it's the other way around, maybe. But I mean, I don't know.
I think if it was a hygiene issue, I'd be like, "You're gross, baby. Take a shower.
Yeah,
you're stinky."
Mm-hmm.
Imagine like going to do his laundry and fucking you look in his
Stop.
pants.
Oh, stop it. We're gonna cut you
That's
off.
a deal
The women
breaker.
We're
will
gonna
know
cut
the
you off.
horrors of that.
Stop that shit.
I was gonna say, tell you what, that one, that's a deal breaker.
Oh
At least for
my
me.
God.
That would be my-
that's different.
Then
That
I would
would be my
understand.
Hygiene's so important.
Yeah.
That is. Oh my.
Maybe
God.
that's a detail she left out of the story. Like
She would have put that in.
maybe.
No,
If she
women
wants
would've
us to be on
complained
her
about that.
side, she would tell us that.
I guess.
You know, she told the story, and she pretty much told on herself in this one. She was pretty clear about everything that went on.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's 100% honest.
Yeah, and I kind of respect when people are like, these are all the facts. Am I wrong? And I could be like, oh, thank you for being honest. Yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah.
But you were honest. Some people will just lie on the internet and then start making up stuff, and then the commenters will come in and start picking apart the story, and that's when you realize, oh, this person was just lying to get some kind of validation from the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough!
Damn, bro.
No one really talks about this, but like, what if the way you feel in your 40s, 50s, 60s is being decided right now? Like, your future self is either gonna look back and be like, thank you for taking care of me. Or, why did you wait so long? That's kind of why I started taking AS4. It's all about supporting yourself so you're not just reacting later, you're actually setting yourself up now. More energy, better focus, just feeling more like yourself on a daily basis. And the best part is, they're making it really easy to try. Go to as-4.com and use code SLAPASHER for $30 off. And right now, if you start a subscription, you get NAD Plus free, which is huge for the cellular health. And chill, it's not one of those locked-in things. You can cancel anytime. So it's kind of like, do something now that your future self will actually thank you for. Again, as-4.com, code SLAPASHER, $30 off plus free NAD Plus. With the subscription, future you is watching. All right, let's get into our second story. This is from Relationship Advice on Reddit. My 25 male, girlfriend 23 female, is upset at something I did before we were officially together. How can we not let it ruin our relationship? Just off the bat, what are we just thinking from that one? You know, something that happens before your relationship.
before the relationship.
It was before the relationship.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It depends.
so. I don't know.
See.
Let's see, because you might change your minds.
Might.
My girlfriend and I have a really great relationship. Before the situation came out, our relationship was great. She repeatedly told me this was the best relationship she has had and how we communicate very well. We've been together officially about 9 months and been planning our 1-year anniversary. Before we were officially together, we were seeing each other and did this for 7 months before making it official. The reason it took so long is because when I commit, and I'm not going to commit until I can give it 200%. And she even says I am the best relationship she's ever had. He said that twice, I just feel like we should clock that. The issue she has because during our seeing each other stage, I hooked up with someone in her inner circle. She recently found out because her friend told her, not out of guilt, but out of jealousy for our relationship. That's your own inference, unless she just straight up said that, right?
Yeah.
I can go on, but she's not a good person. Most of my girlfriend's friends are great people, but this woman showed her character. Either way, this hurt my girlfriend when she found out. One, because it was her friend, and I can say I was wrong and take full accountability for that. The other part is the fact that I was sleeping with others before we were official, but that was more of a miscommunication. She was under the impression that I wasn't sleeping with other people and just too busy to make it official. I had told her I don't want to commit until I can fully dedicate 200% of the boyfriend she deserves. What's with this 200% bullshit? Just a
Yeah.
misunderstanding and miscommunication. We aren't at risk of breaking up, but she's been a disaster, and I just want to take initiative so this doesn't fester in our relationship. Is anyone in this story doing something slappable?
So wait, can we back up a bit?
Yeah, back up a
So
little.
what did the
Yeah.
guy do?
So the guy, they were 2 stages of their relationship from what I'm understanding.
Okay.
There was a 7-month period where I guess they were allegedly just hooking up, and they, according to him, was a miscommunication.
He said talking.
So this was like a
stage.
talking stage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
which I guess also hooking up.
Okay.
And during this phase, he hooked up with someone in her inner circle. And I guess did not
girl.
tell her ever. Because it had to come from the girl to tell him. And he was immediately like, she's jealous, she's a bad person. This comes off very defensive right off the bat, right?
So wait, is it
So-
so who's being defensive? The girlfriend
No,
or
I'll tell you. So the girlfriend is upset because she found out because the girl just told her
Oh.
that they hooked up while they were in their talking stage, and the girl thought that he was being only being with her.
right?
And
Okay.
he chalked that up to a miscommunication.
Yeah. and-
Okay.
So I think that his actions are slappable because, like, if she thought you guys were exclusive throughout the whole talking stage and you're over here saying that you've been hooking up with other girls and especially you hooked up with someone in her inner circle,
Yeah.
obviously she's going to find out. You never told her. Yeah, his actions are slappable for sure.
So I think his actions are slappable. First of all, I think the talking stage, 7 months is a long time.
That's probably why she thought it was a talking stage.
Yeah, I feel like that's a
Yeah.
very, very long time, for his talking stage, first of all.
Yeah.
Secondly, I think when you're talking to someone, like communication, seeing how you guys communicate is key,
Yeah.
Because once that communication is kind of equilibrium between you guys, like, then that kind of transcends into a relationship, But his actions are slappable because, why are you hooking up with people during a 7-month talking stage when you are pretty sure that this girl is going to be the one? You know?
Like 7 months is a long
That's a very
fucking
long time. Yeah.
But to say, like, I've had relationships that have not lasted that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be talking that long and to be hooking up with other people and never have once, like, had a conversation about that
Yeah.
in 7 months is red flag.
I'm just going to...
Central.
Yeah. Also, like, I think, like, kudos to the girl for, like, having this incredible amount of patience, like,
Right?
waiting for him to drop the cue,
For real.
And
That's
she didn't
like
break up
insane.
with him.
No, yeah, didn't leave him, like, was not too impatient to be like,
Shit.
all right,
Yeah,
fuck
she
you,
said
bye.
that she thought he was just busy
Yeah.
fucking other girls.
Yeah.
So
How many was it?
Oh my God, we do not have a number,
Did
but
not
we know
say.
it was more than one because he said it was the friend in the group in the
Mm-hmm.
inner circle, and then others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Dirty
just see it.
dog.
I don't
Yeah,
get
you
that.
dirty dog.
The dirty
Got
dog.
a dog in him.
Yeah, that's yeah, I don't know. I think like, you know, you have to respect the person you're talking to in their time, and you have to communicate like what's going on, you know, like even though it can be hard to communicate that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Did he know that by the way that the friend was the friend of the girl he was talking to?
He must have.
Of course.
He
Then
must
that's
have.
fucked up. I'm sorry,
you know
that's
what? This guy
incredibly
doesn't
fucked
seem
up.
like- he doesn't seem like a
That
great
is
guy.
so fucked up.
How else did he meet her?
True. He's like,
Hinge, I don't know.
but even then, if you're talking to someone for 7 months, which again, that's a form of relationship, whatever you want to call it. That's some kind of
It
relationship.
is.
Yeah.
You know people in their inner circle. And the fact that
Yeah.
he didn't even say like, I just found out. He just said she was in my circle. And then
Yeah.
goes on to say about how she's a bad person and she's jealous. I'm like, you didn't actually tell us anything that she said. All you said was that she told your girlfriend that they hooked up.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's actually an honest person, and you were kind of hoping that she wouldn't find out.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
definitely in the wrong.
That's a hard truth, but man, you gotta step up, man.
No, it
you
just
know.
seems like not good. This guy's done a lot of slappable things in this story, and I think it's hysterical that at the end of the story he's like, you know, it's like, we're not at risk of breaking up. I'm like, are you sure about that? I think you're at risk of breaking up, and if you're not, this girl needs to reevaluate. You know,
Yeah.
she might be too good of a person for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long have they been dating for, as it said, or?
They had been dating for 9 months.
Okay.
So 7 months talking stage, and then another 9 months actually dating.
Oh wow. That's more
So
than I
they're
thought.
they're really at almost like a year and a half if you really want to get into it.
Yeah. What do we think is like the appropriate like talking like stage like in terms of
I don't know
duration?
if there is one. I think it's just communication's so important, and they weren't communicating. He wasn't communicating.
Yeah, like he wasn't like I think like I'm sure she was communicating her stuff to him.
I get the idea she was.
You know, but like I think like
He wanted his cake.
Yeah.
To eat it too.
yeah. And he wanted these like last hurrahs
Yep.
as much as he could before he could step into that take that big leap to go into the relationship with the girl, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. This guy, he waited too long. I'm just gonna say.
He waited too
I think like a good amount is like 2 to 3 months for
I think so.
a
too.
talking stage. You know, I think that says a lot.
Yeah, you know, and again, if you want to have a 7 month talking stage, that's totally fine. You just
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
communicate that you are both in the talking stage. And
Exactly.
if you guys do want to go out, hook up with other people, make sure the other knows it.
You're 1,000% agree. I like that.
And make sure that you guys are 200% sure.
200%.
What is going on?
Dude,
with
Why,
that?
why
I
do you
feel like
say? Why do you?
it's
Because
a cop out?
usually people say 110%, or like if they want to overexert the 100%
200
thing,
feels
but
low,
200%, like yeah, no. In this story, he
not
made it feel
1,000?
low.
Yeah.
In this story, he made it feel low. Like it was.
110. It's like once you go over 110%, you're back to being low.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if you're going to 111, then why not go to 1,000%?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I think this happened about 5 days ago. This story, as of filming this.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Do we think they're together right now?
I hope not.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this girl finds a different guy.
Sounds like
Maybe
he need,
she'll find the Commando guy from the first story.
yeah. Sounds like he needs some ayahuasca.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man.
that might be a trip.
Rip the ego.
It's time for another edition of Huh? Where we look at stories on the internet that make you go, huh? You guys ready for a story for Huh?
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 Huh? What?
Huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, what? That's a spinoff. What?
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 Eh?
All right. So I don't know if you guys remember, in about 2013, there's a story about a Welsh man who lost about 600 million pounds in crypto by having it on a flash drive, and it was accidentally thrown away.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you guys remember this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tragic. And this was at the beginning of crypto, like when it was really skyrocketing. Well, the man who lost this is now exploring buying the landfill where he believes that the hard drive is located.
To this day.
Yeah, he has not found it, but he is exploring the purchase of the landfill so that he can find that 600 million pound flash drive.
So like it's been 12 years and he still thinks it's somewhere in that landfill?
He does. I mean, it's a landfill. It's not going anywhere.
I guess,
Listen.
but don't they crush? Don't the machines like crush things?
Well, if
and
it's a
stuff?
landfill, it means it's buried underneath somewhere. I mean, it might have already been crushed. You're right, before it was put into the landfill, but
Yeah.
it's so small that I do think there's a chance that it
Wow.
could be intact enough to get the date off of it.
I'm gonna say this: if I lost $600 million, I would do everything in my power to find that again. You know,
I get it.
I would do everything in my power. If I have to buy a landfill, I will fucking do it.
If you think
It's
you're
$600 million.
It's an investment. You're like, okay, let's see if I can see how much this landfill is.
I was about
going
to say,
for.
how much is this landfill?
Yeah,
I don't think they have the price yet.
it's $599 mil. You
Let's Google landfill prices.
want to buy a landfill for the show?
We can buy the
Rent it out.
the Sample Road landfill in Florida.
Yeah, so we don't know. There's not a number yet from what I see about how much he's trying to buy it for. I think he's still actually just trying to. I think he's still working through the legal stuff of being able to buy a landfill, because that's not something people do unless you're, I don't know, building a golf course.
What's the process behind that? Because I thought like cities, you know, have full ownership of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were
I
like
thought so,
privately.
too.
Are there privately owned landfills?
I know I've seen landfills where they have built golf courses on top of it.
Waste management is a government like facility.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
I don't know.
I do think that maybe it's the actual landfill that's responsible from the government, but the land can still be sold. Because
Okay.
they turn them into hills for a reason. You know, they put the grass over it, and
Yeah.
a lot of them have become golf courses. I wonder if it's some kind of like a dual ownership thing where the government's responsible for making sure the gas buildup doesn't explode, but also people can still use that land, because that'd be a waste of land. At least you'd think.
That's why you gotta fill it.
He's got to fill it. You got to fill that land.
Yeah.
Dude, how much is he willing to spend to find this?
Honestly, as long as you come out on top, I mean,
Wow.
there's no way it's going to cost more than 600 million pounds, which, do you guys know the pound to dollar? I feel
It
like a
depends-
pound's
Isn't
more
the
than a
U.S. the U.S. dollar's like $7 less dollars?
No. The U.S. dollar compared to the pound is, I think, like 1.7.
Yes, that's what I was trying to
That
get
sounds
at.
right.
The 1 pound is 1.7 U.S., right?
I think so.
Yeah, so $600 million in pounds. So it's actually a little more than 600 million in US, right?
yeah.
Look,
I'm looking for it.
this guy's, okay, imagine what this guy's life has been since 2013. He's had 12 years of being like, I am a multi-millionaire, and I can't spend $1 of it.
Yeah.
God, that's gotta
Yeah.
suck.
The story was that the flash drive was put in like a black plastic bag in his office, and it was taken out being thought it was trash.
Okay, black plastic bag.
Honestly, be more responsible, dude. The fuck?
I know.
This
what's
$600
I
million.
would have it in a bank safe.
Dude, I wouldn't even keep it in my own pocket.
I would
Yeah,
swallow it
I would
and just
totally do
always
that.
Keep it inside my stomach.
Holy shit. What an irresponsible guy. Honestly, I'm glad he lost this shit.
About to
I'm
say,
gonna be real.
you
I'm gonna be
should
real.
be-
You need to be responsible. Get your fucking shit together, dude. I'm just gonna say that shit right now.
Sew that flash drive into your arm. That should never leave your person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It will never leave my sight, as a matter of fact. I will always hold that shit. I will clench it with my hand. That sounded weird.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. We don't know how far he's actually going to be able to get into
Wow.
purchasing this, because I know that the courts right now are telling him that it would be of a huge detriment to the community if he were to buy this landfill and, so, I'm assuming, rip it apart trying to find a hard drive
How?
or flash drive.
Like after 13 years, 12 years, the amount of I don't know how many inches does it grow in a year? How many inches? I have to think it would be 20 feet under at this point.
Also, wait.
Right?
Is he does he know for sure that it's in this landfill? How does he know?
He is
Well, he probably
very sure.
Yeah, does a city have only one landfill?
I mean,
don't think
they're
so.
in Wales.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I haven't been to Wales. I am unfamiliar with their landfill system.
True.
But
Me too.
I will say, at least the town I'm from, I generally know where my garbage is going. We have a landfill that's for our community.
You can also call.
You
That's
can probably
true.
call, hey, this went into a garbage truck. Where'd that garbage truck go?
My address, where does that garbage truck go? They definitely know. They have trackers and routes.
Yeah, I mean, things make their way into garbage trucks all the time that shouldn't be there. And I think that there's, like, safety issues they have to be worried about, too, you know?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know. Poor guy, but come on, dude. Get your
Be
shit
more
together.
responsible. I
Yeah.
mean, look, this was early crypto. I don't know. I don't understand crypto. I'll just say that right now.
I
I've
don't either.
invested a grand total of maybe $20 in
Shout out
Bitcoin.
Dogecoin.
Shout out Dogecoin. Yeah, that's... But I will say, I do think that... I don't know if the flash drive had all of the money already on there, or if the money on there grew in value. Because for all I know,
don't
that
know.
flash drive was worth $5 when he lost it. And then... overnight it shot up to tons of money, and he's like, where's that hard drive, where's that flash drive?
I don't know.
I don't know crypto. I'm not gonna
I
pretend
think
to.
crypto's like some building with like a million fucking computer systems, and it like takes a fuck ton of energy
like
to like
Crypto mining.
mine it or what. I don't
I don't
even
get it.
understand what
Where
that
do they
means.
mine it from? Like caves?
Yes,
Like what?
there's like a whole Futurama episode that came
I
out recently where
am-
they're actually
That's
mining
what I
it
thought
for
at
crypto.
I never got
That's
the
what I thought at
crypto
first,
shit.
but no,
where
I think
does it come
mining,
from?
It means like something like, I don't know, the computers are making it or some coding it or some shit.
Do they steal money
I don't.
from people?
It's not
Probably.
something physical, so there is no literal mines, unless
Money-
I'm being stupid.
You're
but
right. You're so right. Money is a construct. It's
No, the Bitcoin is.
Bitcoin is
currency,
a construct.
All of it's a
Yeah.
construct,
Yeah.
if we're being
It's
real. But
not
one's
real.
more of a construct.
It's not physical.
Yeah. Oh, our credit cards are barely physical.
Yeah.
Now it's on your phone.
Where's the world going to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that make you guys go, huh?
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Huh?
happened to me. Huh?
Huh?
But that one guy, I remember another story from back then where he also realized his Bitcoin blew up or whatever, and he forgot the password.
Yes, I remember that too.
You remember that?
Yes.
He had like one more try.
Yeah, and
Before
he
it
was like
locked
trying
forever?
to. I think I saw another thing where he was like trying to appeal to someone to like open it for him, and they like won't.
Yeah, like Bitcoin or something.
That's crazy to me. I mean,
Like,
Bitcoin. There's so many ways to just fuck up your life.
Yeah.
You can make your life too if you know how to do it, but I don't.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. This episode is sponsored by Wasted. And no, not that kind of wasted. This is the kind that actually makes you think. Wasted is all about flipping the script, literally. With everything we've been taught about consumption and fast fashion, all of it, yeah, they're challenging that. It's clean, minimal, and I'm a big fan of the clothing's design and feeling. It actually stands for something, which is rare right now. So if you're gonna wear something, it might as well say something too. Go check it out at 4goodcollection.com. That's the number 4goodcollection.com. And use code SLAPASHER for 50% off. Flip the script, waste less. All right, it's time for our last story of the episode. Am I the asshole for telling my extended family how many men, roughly, my sister has slept with after she outed our youngest brother as a virgin? Lot going on in this one.
whoa. I'm gonna need a repeat.
Yeah, I'll go
What
again.
was that question?
One more time.
One more time. Am I the asshole for telling my extended family how many men, roughly, my sister has slept with after she outed our youngest brother as a virgin?
Interesting.
Roughly.
So, they're fighting, what is it, like sex shaming? Is that a word we would use for someone who's not having sex?
I guess. I mean, well,
Celibacy shaming?
I don't know, but like,
Let's call it virgin
well,
shaming.
Wait, from this question.
virgin shaming
That's
is
probably
a
the-
good one.
From this
Yeah.
question, is this
All right, let's get into the story. You all ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
We had a family dinner this evening. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my elder sister, a 29 female, a younger sister, 24 female, and youngest brother, 22 male. The extended family attended our family dinner, so all of our significant others, our cousins, aunts, and uncles, etc. During the dinner, my elder sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, at least to me, to be coming across as very aggressive out of frustration and losing said argument. The two of them were too absorbed in their argument to realize the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up, I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother hadn't done any personal attacks up until that point. It was completely unprovoked. I think it might have been the alcohol, as my sister is a mean drunk. Anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she has been making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying everyone knows he's a virgin, and she didn't say anything wrong. This annoyed me, as my bro definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college, that since everyone in the family knows this isn't a big deal, right? Turns out her husband didn't know this amazingly, and I genuinely assumed he must have known. Holy shit. He left the party angrily, saying my sister misled him about her past. Holy fuck, I didn't know that was coming. Family is blaming me for their marital problems. I refuse to accept I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone. All I did was give her a taste of her own medicine. Am I the asshole? Has this person done something slappable? Or has anyone in the story done anything
Holy
slappable?
cow.
Well, first off,
Wow, I did not know that full story.
First off, if you don't dish it if you can't take it.
Yes.
But
Don't
it
judge if you
should
can't
have
take
been
it.
the brother to give the revenge. It wasn't really the middle sister's place, but I can see standing up. But
I can understand.
She was
the
defending
protective
him.
she
nature.
deserved it for sure.
It's a little brother we're talking about, right?
I've got two younger siblings. I get very protective of both of them.
Yeah.
I can understand why she felt the need to speak up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have said what she said.
Yeah, 'cause that's crazy.
I mean,
Wow. I didn't realize the husband was there also.
To just out such a high body count to the entire family is just insane.
Like how she says roughly in the thing. Roughly 100 men. So it's not like she's like just straight up putting out like hyperbole. It's like, you've slept with 100 guys. She's like, you've probably slept with roughly 100 people. That's an estimate opposed to an exaggeration.
I'm gonna say that I think the older sister in this, right, the one that slept with the men. Yeah. Got a taste of her own medicine.
Yeah.
All right. You're humbled. You're humbled. I'm just gonna say that you're humbled. That's why you don't
I feel like that's the job of the middle child is to humble.
Yeah, you don't.
That's true.
I feel like, and also like, where did this instigation come from? Like, just her being drunk, right?
I mean, they were having an argument, and according to the middle sister, she noticed that it got personal out
She's
of nowhere.
a mean drunk.
She's a mean drunk and
Yeah.
started
Yeah, see-
hurling personal attacks while the brother hadn't done any yet.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No.
Yeah.
So her actions, the older sister's actions are definitely slappable because, and she, I mean, I feel like she got her slap back. The sister actually gave it to her. So
Yeah, I think the older sister's actions are slappable.
Yes.
I
mean,
think like that's just
you shouldn't slut shame anyone ever, but you
No.
also shouldn't shame people for not having sex, you know? There's this common misconception that everyone is having sex at the age of 16. A lot of people aren't. A lot of people are having their first sexual experiences when they're in their early 20s. And I think that as a society, we need to stop shaming people for that.
Yeah,
You
100%.
know? Everyone's going to go on their own timeline. Everyone has their own comforts. And a lot of people feel pressured to go in a situation like that when they're too young.
Yeah.
You know? And the fact that you're going after your sibling, being like, you are less than because you haven't had a sexual experience, and they're already insecure about that, that just feels intentionally cruel, and it's only going to hurt your brother.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, like as an older sister, like it would be my job to like be a role model to like my younger siblings, you know? And I don't want to my job isn't to attack, but it's to protect, you know?
Yeah.
And I think the fact that she just had this out of pocket attacks, like just attacking the guy's moral, like whatever, it's just so out of pocket, you know. It's horrible. You don't do that. So of course, I'm glad I'm actually happy about the way this ended. Honestly,
With the
I'm
husband
glad that
finding out?
yeah, and with the husband finding out about that, because it's like, I'd call me petty. I don't know, but you know, you're humbled. You are humbled.
But I feel like let's go over to the husband right now. Is he valid in being upset at his wife's body count when she did that stuff before meeting him?
Well, what's the husband's body count?
We don't know the
We
husband's
don't have
body
said
count,
information.
but he was saying that he felt misled about her past. Now
Okay.
that's vague.
She could if she gave him a fake number. If she's like,
That's
oh, I
a
slept
little-
with like 10 guys, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he if they just never discussed it, then I personally think he doesn't have the right to be that angry about
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
But if they sat down and they had a conversation where they're like, hey, we should know each other's pasts.
Yeah.
And she lied to him, then I think he has
Every right. Yeah.
he has a right to be upset. But if they never had that conversation, none of your business.
Yeah. I think, like, if I were the husband, I would be just upset at the entire situation right now because, and like the altercation, and then, you know, I would be upset if I found out, like, you know, if she slept with 100 guys or whatever, but I think
Yeah.
that passes, you know, because it's like, okay, we're together now, you know, so it's not like you're sleeping,
You're
before
a
you.
different person. Now,
you know,
too.
yeah, it was before me, you know.
You're still not. You're not doing it now.
Yeah, but I would still be upset at the whole entire situation because it's like seeing that all transpire and then me finding out about that, like, and then placing like the wrong images in my head, like just for that night alone, I would be upset. But then, you know, I'll continue about my day the next day, you know, so I wouldn't be, you know,
Yeah, I feel
wouldn't
bad
hold
for
on to
this
that.
little brother who was just having a
Poor kid.
argument that so they got personal, and then the older sister steps in, and which probably made him feel even more uncomfortable. You know, just having like no control as the whole party goes to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so I'll tell you, the verdict on this one was that everyone sucks. Yeah, that was the general verdict. People
Yeah.
thought that everyone was poorly behaved, and I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because here's what I'll say. She stood up for her brother, which I think is, in concept, a good thing. She could have said
Yes.
something else.
Yeah.
She could have said something else that wasn't slut-shaming. She could have said something along the lines of what I just said. She's like, hey, you shouldn't shame people for what they have for not having had sex at a certain age.
Yeah.
Or she could have said, like, she didn't have to reveal the number. She could have been like, you're one to talk.
Yeah,
with
just
the-
leave it
the
vague.
amount.
Like,
Yeah.
you're one to talk, and just
You're
leave. I
one to
mean,
talk.
not great, but better than just being like, you have slept with 100 people.
I'm gonna say I agree with you. I think there is a better way to like de-escalate the situation
Yeah.
and say like, hey, you probably shouldn't do that to your younger brother. You know that's your brother. You're supposed to be close. You know, you're supposed to be protective of him and not attack him for what he can't or doesn't want to do. You know, I think so. I don't know. I do agree with you. I think there is a better way to de-escalate, and that was not it. But it sounds like these kind of altercations happen all the time because, I mean, the older sister, it seems like it was constantly the mean drunk whenever they do these gatherings together. So
Yeah.
she had to be humbled in some sort of capacity,
Yeah.
I feel like,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm with you, but I understand the actions, you know.
I get it. I understand where their heart was.
Yeah,
I just think that there were kinder ways to go about it.
100%.
Yes.
Don't meet virgin shaming with slut shaming.
Yeah,
You know, because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you're almost saying the same shit.
yeah.
And like, they're all over 20 years old.
I was gonna
so
say, this is like
grow up.
This is
Literally.
early high school stuff. Like, you're a virgin.
Yeah.
You don't even know what a girl looks like.
How old was the older sister
The
again?
oldest sister's 29,
Okay, she needs to grow the fuck
and
up.
the youngest brother is 22. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong.
No,
For
yeah,
what we
but-
know.
No.
But
He was just sitting there like,
you just,
you know.
you said, you know, we don't know what they were arguing about, but clearly wasn't relevant to the story.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that I'm going to start off by saying the oldest sister's actions are the most slappable.
Yeah.
Just for
Yeah.
just getting drunk and
Yes.
berating your brother for being a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
The middle sister, she had the right spirit and said everything wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This husband, what are we thinking about him?
He's judgmental.
A little judgmental,
A little bit, yeah.
but also we don't know what conversations they had in private.
We
Yeah.
don't.
If he was lied to, it could be, if it's about telling the truth versus him not liking the idea of her having had a lot of sex, there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Again, before your time, man. You know, so, but like, you know, I understand, like, it hits you hard, but like, you know, it's like, that's before your time. You just got to remind yourself that it's not like she's doing it to you at this moment right now, you know? So
It shows she's
you're
changed
fine.
for you. She doesn't
know?
want to keep doing it. She wants
Yeah,
to
exactly.
do
She settled with you.
Yeah,
And
she settled.
you're the one that you're the one that loves
it. Yeah,
her, you know, and she loves you.
that should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Any
yeah.
final thoughts on this one, guys?
If you want to have sex, go ahead. If you want to be a virgin, you can do that too.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's going to wrap up this episode of Slappable. If you guys all enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps us grow more than you know. And if you have a story that you wonder if anyone might be doing something slappable, send it to us on our Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube. Thanks again for watching. See you all again.